tourist towns that disappeared for real. Villa Ipecuén. Villa Ipecuén was a tourist resort near Buenos Aires in Argentina. The place unfortunately flooded in 1985 and so the whole town had to be abandoned. The town sunk into the water and was completely submerged. It was in 2009 when the water began to recede and the town started to emerge from the water. The town was beyond repair, the cars had rusted and it looked like a complete ghost town. Pompeii. Pompeii was an ancient city near modern-day Naples in the Campania region of Italy. Since the town was built at the base of Mount Vesuvius. This was a volcanic mountain that erupted in 79 AD and turned the entire city into ashes. The city was in existence for thousands of years before the sad event took place. The volcanic eruption covered Pompeii in 4 to 6 meters of volcanic ash, burying the city completely. The city was later discovered in the late 1800s and has become a major tourist attraction today. Chaohu. This city in China had a population of over 4 million people and housed a Han Dynasty tomb and a freshwater lake. The Chinese government just deleted the city to adjust its borders, giving land to other nearby cities. All this happened without the consultation of the people or even giving the residents an official notice. Anjikuni Lake. There is a weird Canadian urban legend that is from Nunavut. Nunavut is Canada's largest yet least populated territory. According to a legend, Joe LaBelle needed to take shelter from a storm so he walked to the close-by village. When he arrived in the village, he found that its entire population had vanished. The strange thing was, the food was still kept in stocks and there were even half-eaten meals on the table. When he reported to the police, they investigated and couldn't find any trace of any resident there. Ashley. Ashley was a small town situated in Kansas, USA which disappeared following an earthquake with a magnitude 7.9 on the Richter scale. The earthquake took place at 3:28 a.m., which means that 679 residents were all asleep. The epicenter of the earthquake was none other than Ashley Town Center. After the earthquake, when the law enforcement arrived, they found a smoldering, blazing crack in the earth that measured 1,000 yards in depth and 500 yards in width. This was where the entire town might have disappeared. Poa Verde. This was a Brazilian town that was abandoned all of a sudden. In 1923, a group of explorers came by the village of Poa Verde in the Brazilian jungle which had almost 600 people. They found the entire town to be deserted and when they looked into the houses, they found things in a state of sudden disarray, chairs knocked over and food still on tables. After further investigation, they found a weapon, and aside the weapon was a message that read, "There is no salvation." Some believe the town was abandoned to avoid conflict with guerrilla militias and according to some, it had something to do with religion. The exact reason is still unknown. Orador zur Glane. This town was eradicated in one day at the merciless hands of the Nazis. The village of Orador zur Glane was the subject of a mass execution due to the German invasion of France in the Second World War. The soldiers destroyed the village, vanishing 642 of its inhabitants. Former French President, Charles de Gaulle, ordered that the town remain untouched to pay tribute to those who lost their lives. Bayeux-Corn. In 2012, the town of Bayeux-Corn was evacuated when bubbles began rising in the nearby water, and also there was increased seismic activity. The Bayeux-Corn is the biggest ongoing industrial mishaps in the United States. Around 350 residents have been removed from their homes as the town was sinking.